New problems need new thinking. This program is proudly brought to you by IBM. Let's put smart to work.
Once considered a perk, working from home became a new normal for many people during the coronavirus, and it could be here to stay. David Swan joins us now. He is the technology editor at The Australian and host of the new podcast /David. Good morning. It seems we really did have to evolve quickly when COVID hit, but the tech available was a great enabler, wasn't it?
Absolutely. Apart from this life process that we tried before, tech has held up, and I think it's been one of the defining things of this pandemic of just how quickly the economy's been able to shift to remote working and how well that tech has enabled it. You've got companies like Zoom. No one had really heard of Zoom before or really used it much, but it's very much a household name now, and we're finding that across the workforce, tech has really helped us, a lot of us at least, stay productive and stay working.
So in terms of the companies that you've spoken to, what's been their experience? Has it worked?
Largely it has. I think that it surprised everybody just how well companies have been able to adapt. We found that what we're seeing now, and when I'm seeing the companies, is that the real question is what's next. And the companies aren't necessarily planning for a new normal. They adapted quickly when they had to, thanks to the pandemic, because they were forced to. But in terms of what's next and what we actually want to keep and hold on to when it comes to remote work and what are the sort of things that we want to throw away, it's very much an open question. So there's a lot of question marks over what's next.
There are concerns that people are less productive when they work from home. Are those concerns fair?
I don't think so. I used to work from home before the pandemic. I was remote working before it was cool. And I used to get a lot of skepticism of, where have you been? What have you been up to when I wasn't in the office? And people used to assume that, you were less productive if you weren't physically around and in the office. I just don't think that it's true. I think that and I think a lot of people are finding their experience now is that they're maybe more productive at home or working remotely. So I think that's a culture shift that's happened, and I think the new normal will be maybe a hybrid mix of some remote work and office work. But this idea that you can't be productive if you're not in the office, not true.
Well, some companies worry that they will lose their company culture if everyone works from home. What do you think about that?
I think there is something to be said for now that you're working remotely, you've got to be maybe monitoring your employees. You've got to be holding on to company culture, and you've got to be thinking about this stuff a lot more. You can't take it for granted. I think when everyone was in the office together, that's something that you could assume that, our employees are here, this is our company culture. But if everyone's working remotely, what does your company culture even look like? So it's something you've got to be thinking about on a much deeper, more you just got to be thinking about it more in a way you can't take it for granted.
Okay, David, thank you. /, the new podcast for forward thinkers, is available now in the Australian mobile app or any podcast player.